Hey Internet, I'm the Cow Says Moo, and you're watching the first episode of the Island of Dr Moooo, a Let's Play Minecraft version 1.12.2 with a bunch of mods installed. Hey folks, long time no see. Actually, this is my third attempt at starting up this series. The first I managed to go a few episodes before I decided that I didn't really like the mod setup. The second, after playing around in Test World with a new setup and rebuilding this island to a newer, more improved version, I had some technical recording issues. So here is take 3. Here goes. As mentioned, I've got a bunch of mods installed, 52 according to Forge. I'm going to end up putting them in the description or something, so I won't list them all here and now, but the highlights include, for the big mods, Astral Sorcery, which is a fun magic mod that I've messed around with just a little. Don't think I've gotten past about the 3rd tier in my test world, but I've got the basics down anyway. Forestry and a couple of bee add-ons, because if you've watched any of my other videos, you know I kind of like the bees, even though they're um, excessive. We'll just say excessive. Galacticraft, which looks like tons of fun and I haven't messed around with at all. Immersive Engineering, which again looks really cool. I've made a couple of the really basic machines and, you know, the starting ovens and a grinder or whatever that's called, smasher. Um, so I've got the basics down again, but we'll be playing that one by ear too. Roots, which looks like a really cool little magic mod. The power level's really low, but I don't have a lot of magic in this, so it sounds like it's going to be fun. And thermal expansion, but I have restricted the low end of thermal expansion stuff, so I have to use immersive engineering when we get to it. So like no redstone furnace or grinder or that sort of thing. I've also got some much smaller but fun mods like chickens and more chickens, which lets you breed chickens and they'll pop out different things. So I'll use them to supplement bees when bees get a little annoying. I might just switch to chickens for a while. Duckcraft, just a few fish because that's one of my favorite little mods. It brings a lot of life to the oceans, and I've seen that there's a new version of Minecraft coming out that's going to be doing a lot of that stuff too, so that'll be fun. Plants, which adds a ton of plants. I removed Botania, which was in a previous version, and the plant life was looking a little barren, so I had to go with something. I decided to go with that plant mod. I haven't played around with it much yet, so we'll see how that goes. And Quark, which just adds all kinds of different things. And then, of course, some quality of life type mods, HWYLA and JEI naturally. Clarity, Mapwriter, Tree Chopper, and other things. Enough about mods, though. I made this nice floating island in creative mode and WorldEdit, so let's check it out. This is just a roots hut that I copied and pasted up here. And I left myself a few goodies, so we'll go ahead and grab those. And we'll put on this leather, even though it's probably not going to be necessary for very long. I did give myself a forester's backpack because there is a bunch of plants and stuff, and I want to be able to take them along and use them and that sort of thing. And space is tight to begin with. I've got a little furnace with a couple pieces of charcoal. Electrical transmitter. I do have all of the ores set to spawn as in Immersive Engineering, or at least I think I do. I hope I do. Except for 10, of course, which doesn't exist in Immersive Engineering. It's only in Thermal Expansion, so it's, well, it might be in Forestry too. But I've set it for Thermal Expansion. But I did include that transmitter just in case I get some goofy things going on. And then I've got Giacomo's bookshelves mod. I also have his fishing net mod. So that's where all the books, my starting books are, and I gave myself 2 blank books because whatever. But Astral Tome from Astral Sorcery, Engineer's Manual from Immersive Engineering, Forge Lexicon, just in case I need to go in and change anything. That's it though. And then a bed. So let's check out the rest of the island. What I think I want for this island, oh, and I got a donkey. His name is Pepe. Hi, Pepe. What I'm thinking for this island is to turn this kind of ground level of the island into a city and useful factory and buildings and stuff like that. Maybe if I can get some certificates up here, I'll do that too. This part over here is kind of the poorer quarter. We're in a savanna, so it doesn't have a lot of water, and that's where they put all the poor people, of course. Makes sense, right? Over in towards the river, I think I'm going, which is over here. You can't really see the river yet, but it's here, promise. Here we go, river. I think I'm going to put a water mill up at the top of the river up there. And some more Immersive Engineering type buildings maybe in the middle, so I can centrally locate power and pass it along to other buildings as I want to. And then as I kind of go clockwise around this island, it'll get wealthier and wealthier around the edge. And over on the far edge over here, I'm going to put more well-to-do farms and maybe some shops and some bigger estates with, cows and, signs of wealth, basically horses, that sort of thing. And then up on the top part of the island up there where the snow is, let's go up these stairs, which I'm probably going to have to get rid of eventually. But up here is going to be my manor house, of course. And then plenty of space in here to do Astral Sorcery, because the shrines you make for that are pretty good size. And whatever other fun stuff I want to do. And this island is set up with mostly vanilla stuff to begin with. I do have hives and a couple other bits like, the amaranth and just a couple trees from Forestry because they look cool. And I wanted it to look cool. I will probably cut all these down up here, except maybe one of the big ones or something, though I might just regrow that big one. My cat's meowing downstairs. I don't know if you can hear her or not. And I'll probably cut down some of these. I'm going to try to leave at least ones in by... Oh, parrots. That's awesome. Try to leave some in by the river and, occasional ones out on the edge because I want to keep this area pretty. But I need to have space to work, obviously, too, because I want to have most of my stuff up here. Let's head back over here real quick. And there is a little bridge that leads up to a stairway, and we'll go check out what's down on the surface rather than up here on my big floating island. So yeah, we've got a little bridge here, nothing fancy. And it goes up into here. There are other secret rooms and areas on this island, but we'll get to them as we go. For now, we'll take the minecart down. Here's some zombies. They're probably in one of my secret areas. Either that or it's a parrot imitating a zombie. Down here, we've got some jungle and swampland. Another nice little hut with more stuff that's not very useful right now. But I've got another bed down here, too. This is just a little more building area. I think what I'm going to do down here is maybe Galacticraft stuff. I haven't quite decided. I just wanted a little bit more building area. But it's pretty. It's very lush swamp, mostly. A little bit of jungle coming down from underneath here, the island. But now we've got a boat ride, so we'll hop in the boat. And that comes over here by this nice little Astral Sorcery shrine, but I've just got a wood pickaxe right now, so I can't break anything and claim it. But there's probably a chest in there with some stuff. And another little island, but we're coming over here towards the village that I've worked on a little bit. I fenced it all in so the idiot testificates don't get eaten by zombies. Because they really like doing that. Of course, famous last words now that I've said that. Wow, it's already getting dark. I'm talking a lot. But it's a nice big village. It's got all kinds of crops and stuff. I mentioned the fishing mod. There's the fishing nets from that. We'll break those and get all kinds of good stuff from them. And a whole bunch of testificates. Let's go ahead and wander around here and see if they've got any stuff. Looks like we've got an apiarist village there, or a villager there. We'll check him out and see if he's got any cool stuff for us. Little pig. There we go. So we've got a escritoire, and a chest with pretty normal stuff in it for village, forestry village. And we've got a couple bee houses with wintry queens. We must be in a taiga here. Yeah, we're in a taiga. Okay. Little island, but it's a taiga. That's interesting. We'll go ahead and leave all this for right now. I'll pick it all up and take it up, back up to the floating island eventually, but we don't need to do it right now. Where are those zombies? Not there. I would assume they're out there somewhere, but I don't see them, and they sound awful close. Must be down below us, I guess. They're not in here. They're all doing fine. I just want to make sure they don't get killed off real quick. That was an arborist. That's cool. Alright, there. Oh, looks like we've got an immersive engineering home here somewhere, too. Ooh, this house is dark. I've got some torches, so let's light it up. How's that working? I do have just a few buttons, or whatever the thing is called. If you see, I left delete items, so I can delete them. There is a shortcut, I think, in Quark, too, that lets you do it, but whatever. I never remember to use it, or what it is, so... Oh, we got a forge. Check this out. Hey, look at that. I'll take all these. Why not? And actually, I might even take that chest. Suit up indeed. Nothing spectacular in that chest, but that's okay. Still worth taking. Here's the Immersive Engineering guy. First off, I will be taking that hammer, thank you very much. What do we got in here? Again, nothing too spectacular. There's never really much spectacular in these, but I'll be taking them. I'll just combine them into one storage crate. I don't need all these crates, I don't think. At least not for now. I might come back and grab them later, but we'll put all this stuff in there. You can go in there too, why not? You may have noticed that I upped the durability of that hammer a little bit. I think it was set to 1,000, whatever. Nothing major again. Just a config change. I think I've got space still to share my configs, and maybe even this world if you guys are interested. I'll put that link, though, up in the description. See, this goes out over here. Oh yeah, this is interesting stuff out here, too. There's just a little lookout tower. Ta-da! Just a little lookout tower. I just felt like a completely empty part of this island was a little weird considering how much the village kind of overtook this island. I think it was 2 islands put together that the villagers claimed. And then on the other side is just a big park, basically. Oh, more stuff. Awesome. I'll take that too. Here, we'll throw you in there. So this is an old mine that I will be using as my main mine. I put up signs, I may as well let you guys read them. Hard hats required beyond this point. I didn't have a hard hat, but there was one in the chest, so I took it. And wait for cart if not present. But there's no cart, and since this place is abandoned, I say screw it, I'm going to go down here. Oh look, there's the cart right there. Cool. And there's a nice little mining office. Place for miners to check in. A couple furnaces with a little bit of charcoal and some bits. Wow, that's a lot of stone pickaxes. I think I'm just going to get rid of my wooden pickaxe because they're so slow. And I have 5 stone ones, so that's good enough. We'll grab that stuff later, and we'll head in here. Please sign back in upon your return. Okay. Management seems to be a pretty good bunch here. And this is it. This is the basic mine. As you can see, I do have immersive engineering stuff so far, which looks good. Iron. Marble from Astral Sorcery. I disabled the marble from Quark, so hopefully that doesn't show up, because I don't need 2 different kinds of marble. Cool. Well, we're down here, and I'm going to need a ton of iron. I have based on what I've seen about in Immersive Engineering. So I'm going to just go ahead and get started mining. First episode I just showed off what's here, and now we're going to start mining. That'll be some exciting video, let me tell you. What do we get in here? Copper, what is this one? Oh, bauxite, that's aluminum, okay. Copper here. So this one I think I'll just probably do a little shaft straight down. And this over here, since it started as a nice big 3-wide stairwell, we'll keep that up. And again, I think this nice big one, excuse me, sorry. Nice big one, we'll try to go all the way down to the lava layer. The other one, who knows? We'll see how that one goes. We've got a bunch of iron here. Let's see if we can smelt this and make this process a little less painful. I'll go out and cut down a tree and we'll get some sticks. Yeah, I've already got more than 8, so that's good. It is still nighttime. I guess I should take the cart. It's here. Let's chop down a tree. No bad guys around. Alright. And I practice with forestry management. I will replant my trees when I cut them down, especially in the places that I created ahead of time, because they look fairly decent. I mean, they're nothing too spectacular, but I think they look pretty decent. Anything in the water? I didn't hear a sploosh, so I'm guessing not. Oh, look at that. It's a bird's nest. I do have a bird's nest mod installed. It's fun. It's nothing major. It just gives you little freebies every once in a while. I've got the spawn rate, or the show up rate of the nest set way lower than it was by default. I was playing around with it before at default, and I'd get, 3 or 4 nests per tree when I cut them down. So it'll be a lot more frequent if I deliberately smash leaves, but even then, it's still considerably less than the default setting. But we'll get down here and pop open that bird's nest and see what we find. Oh, 3 of them total. That's not too bad. I got some string, and did they go in here maybe? Oh, and some sticks. Cool. You can get all kinds of crazy things from bird's nests. You can get diamonds and shiny stuff, or you can just get strings and eggs and that sort of thing. Alright, I'm going to make myself a hammer. That will speed up this stairwell immensely, and I'm going to make myself an iron pick. Because once we get down to the bottom layer, we're going to need it, so... Can't harvest gold with a stone pick, or redstone for that matter. We've got a bunch of cobble up here already, don't we? We got almost a stack, yeah. I'm gonna make some stairs and we'll do it right. That'll work. Alright, put these stairs in. Cool. And then we'll take the hammer and we'll hit... We want to hit one lower than where we are. So I guess it's going to have to be there, yeah. that's gonna work. Except that we ran into gravel. If you haven't used a hammer from Thermal Expansion, start using it. I'm sure they're in other mods, Tinkers and whatever, but I've never liked Tinkers. I thought it made just some really ridiculously powerful things that just weren't to my liking. You know, play Minecraft the way you want to play Minecraft, but I didn't want to play them. Alright, this is taking too long. I'm just going to go like this for right now. And I'll come back and add my stairs later. Let's just keep going down and see what we get to. Might find a cave, might find mine carts and stuff. That'd be cool. Well, I hear a zombie up there. So there's caves around us. More iron. That's good. More gravel. We will use some of that eventually, but it's annoying right now. Alright, where are we? 24, 25? Oh, we might make it all the way down before we hit anything. That's fine too. I'm starting to hear a little bit of lava. Alright, so that's 15, 14, 16, hey gold, 12, 11. Oh, look at that. Cave right at the lava level. That's awesome. Oh, actually, it's a ravine right at the lava level. That's cool too. Full of cobblestone. Well, we made it down here. I think I'm going to fill in my stairs here, but there's no need to make you guys watch that, so I'll be back in just a second. Alright, my stairs are all done. I came back up here and smelted just a little bit more iron so we can get a couple more hammers. And we'll start on a couple tunnels that I'll use in the future for just mining purposes. Alright, let's head down. I nabbed all the good stuff out of the walls except for this marble, which I will be grabbing. A little bit of iron, a little bit of nickel. There is some exposed something here, so I'll probably make a way up so we can check that out too. And then we come down here. What I want is basically mine shafts going in all four directions. So I think I will just set up a little pathway here. Here you zombies. Are you above me? I want them dropping on me when I'm working. Oh, look at that. It's a prismarine cave. I think that's headed from Quark. around somewhere. Don't fall off. Awesome. I don't know how much nickel we need in Immersive Engineering, but I'll definitely want it for thermal expansion to make strong boxes. No, yeah, to make upgrades for them. Other things I disabled in thermal expansion are caches, I think that's what they are, and the things that hold fluids. I can't think what they're called. Not barrels, whatever. So I have to use the Immersive Engineering ones because it all looks cool. Alrighty, that's good enough decorating for right now. Make a little space here so I can get up to this little plateau. Alrighty. This one goes across and we're back up at 13. Let's just do it right here. Why don't you? And we'll just make a mine shaft right here, and then we will drop down, back down to 11, where I like to mine. And of course we ran into gravel. I've got a shovel, use it. And of course it's a big thing of gravel. That was my only shovel. Oh, I'm at 11 here. I don't need to go down one more. Now let's just put this. Alright, there we go. Bust out the hammer again, and I'll just push the shaft down this direction a ways. Maybe if we get lucky, we'll get some diamond already. That'd be pretty awesome. Must be spawning some world in. I had a little bit of lag there. And then I think I'll push this, let's go right about here. We'll go that direction. Because that shouldn't run into the ravine based on how it looked. We'll see. Just give us a couple different directions of shafts to go down and start doing some strip mining. And then over on the other side I'll do basically the same thing. Probably just right there where I was digging a little bit. I think I'll just cut for a little bit and build these shaft mines and bring you back if I do find some diamond. Otherwise, I'll come back and wrap it up. Hey, looky here. Second shaft, found some diamonds. This is the one running to the east. Ta-da! Diamonds! Hooray! It's awesome. So I'm going to continue digging these shafts, but there's no reason to make you watch this, so I think that's a good place as any to wrap up the first episode. I have noticed that I haven't seen any tin yet, so it might be possible that I don't have tin in the two regions that I was building. But that's fine. We'll just do a quick exploration episode next episode, and we'll build a mine somewhere outside of the regions and get tin from there. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this episode and you're looking forward to this new series as much as I am. You'll come back to join me again next episode. In the meantime, though, have fun and keep mooing.